Guys, we haven't talked about One Piece in months. It's been months.
Yeah, well, we have this juicy flashback currently happening, and we were kind of waiting to see, like, is this flashback going to end anytime soon or no? But this is like the juiciest, meatiest flashback. So
this is probably the main part of Elbaf.
Yeah, I don't know if we can wait for this flashback
At
to
this
finish,
point,
unless we want to cover 30.
I think the flashback has been 10 chapters so far, so it's already a meaty one.
Is this an all-black manga volume?
This is going to be a banger volume for sure. Definitely one of those all blacks. And I think we still like the reason why I was like, okay, we should probably do it. One, it's a break week. We actually had back-to-back break weeks because Oda was sick one of these weeks. And then I honestly think we have like at least 5 chapters left. Because I feel like we might wrap up the God Valley stuff in like 1 or 2, but then remember, this is also the Loki flashback. We haven't even seen that guy in 2 months.
I forgot this was the Loki flashback.
Is that a Loki flashback?
Yeah, this is a Loki. This is a Rocks flashback featuring Loki.
It started off like, all right, fine, this is all making sense, and then suddenly it was like, but it went, nah, let's just do the whole thing.
he just unloaded everywhere. I actually got the picture of like when we started the flashback, and it like starts with Loki going like, "I don't want to talk about that day. Don't make me think about that day, Hajuran." And then we start a little bit, and then Oda goes, "But now we must go further back in time to 109 years before the present." And now let's learn about Harold. So it's like, this is a nested flashback we're in. I'll do the loosest possible summary of what's been going on, but this is going to be a lot less detailed than the usual ones. Back in present time, when we last left off, Robin and Scopper were showing up to help the hostage children situation. The kids are all goated, as we established. They were gonna cave and burn down the library. They were supposed to burn 2 things. It was the library and something else to show loyalty to the world government. And then Emu shows up, channeled through Gunko, and then does some of the most broken shit I've seen with the Domni reverses. And then we start the flashback. The flashback starts off very briefly with Harold's journey through to becoming a better man. That happens pretty quick. Then we get Loki's birth and childhood, and then him meeting Rocks, and then we completely veer off track and we follow Rocks, Roger, Garp, fucking everybody. Dragon's showing up, Kuma's back, Shaggy's like super relevant. Like, we go off the fucking rails. And where we last left off, the God Valley incident, the shit is hitting the fan. The Celestial game is basically ruined, as there's like 3 pirate crews on the island. There's like Kuma and Ivankov breaking people out. And then Emu shows up through Saturn this time, which is different than what we saw in Egghead. We'll have to get some more details on that. And that's how the last chapter ended before we recorded this. I don't even know how to approach trying to discuss all the shit that's been going on.
Well, that's the thing. For the past several years, I've been saying, when are we finally going to see the God Valley incident? And now it's all here in 4K.
It's in vivid detail. It's just like, there's so many characters present and a lot of interesting point of views. Where, I don't know, if someone throws something out there that you want to talk about to get us started here.
You know, I will say, for a while now, I've been a Garp slanderer. Ooh. Oda did throw us a little moment to kind of...
Little bone.
I think very deliberately to address that part of the fan base.
This is a good starting point. This has been one of the most interesting things for me is... This is the most fucked up thing we've seen in One Piece, and that's saying something, because this story does not shy away from having, like, horrific events that you can kind of, like, ease past them because, you know, cartoony art style and everything, but this shit is sickening, right?
Yeah. And, like, Oda? Why do I hear myself?
Why do you hear yourself?
Are you on your new headset, Joe?
No.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh. Mute.
Sorry about that. So you were saying Oda what, Joe?
Oda doesn't shy away from the like cruelty of it. Like we see, like we don't see, but like there is a lot of like killings of families and
Children are getting murdered.
Yeah,
like for sure.
Yeah. Like it's so he doesn't pull any punches. Like no, this is like real bad, and like parents are put into a difficult situation. Like what's his name? The Thorn guy has that moment where like there's a kid up a tree.
Oh my god.
And like dad's like, I'll save you, and then the guy puts like a bunch of thorns around one of them or something.
Yeah, he puts the thorns, and the dad steps into the thorns, and all you hear is a gruesome squish as the child falls on the dad and presumably kills him. And I'm like, oh yeah, my goofy pirate manga, my for kids.
For children, 4 kids. Imagine 4 kids get to the God Valley.
4 kids, dude.
The God Valley is presented by 4 kids.
If you fall out of that tree, you'll land in this big pile of poo.
No,
Yes.
they're rounding us up for the census. We don't want to be part of the census.
Don't count me.
I counted you. No.
They Photoshop all the targets with the rabbit targets with like just a number of what citizen they are. Oh, it's not so bad. But I'll just say like it's crazy that this happens every 3 years, and it really like it makes you think of like, what about the good Marines? Like, how can Smoker and Kobe and Fujitora, the Fujitora has a lot of gripes with the Marines. How could they exist in a system where they're doing this? And then you do have to also to remember there's 2 One Piece worlds. There's the ones that pay their taxes and the ones that don't. You don't get to hear about the islands that don't. It's a big ass world. Like the One Piece world is several times bigger than our own, and only like a stretch of it makes news circulations and gets like, I guess, trade routes or whatever. And then I think everyone else has to kind of fend for themselves and be independent islands. So you just have to assume, and they kind of clarified that like it's super top secret. This stuff doesn't get out.
Yeah.
And if it
But
does,
if you hear about it, and you're not supposed to, you're just killed.
You're a goner. And I also imagine they either get the most loyal Marines to come in here, the ones that would like justify this shit to themselves and be like, yeah, it's for the resources, which is the on paper reason why they're doing that. I guess it's on paper and the real reason, but it's the lie that like the Marines would tell them, like the biggest bootlickers would be here or the most expendable. Like maybe they get fresh recruits and then they may not even, most of them don't make it out of the island deliberately, and then only like the vice admiral level people go out.
I bet you it's also a way for them to clean shop. Like, this guy's giving us too much trouble, so let's kill him here.
Yeah.
He died during like some riots or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So like it's the perfect storm of like cover up, essentially.
So that accounts for the normal Marine. This is where like Garp was thrown a bone. I still think he's a scumbag because he has to suspect something. Like he calls it their little field trip. I went back and looked at the wording. So like it's unclear. So in my mind, it's like, or I saw it explained such that it's like, okay, a lot of celestial dragons are going to an island. They're doing the normal dickhead shit that they do every time they're in an island, which is killing whoever looks at them wrong, enslaving people, stuff that Garp is used to by this point. So he doesn't know it's a full-out island genocide.
Massacre, yeah.
But how can he not realize that, like, oh, suddenly we're coming back with, like, a lot of resources and money and food from the island, and what? We're building probably, like, naval bases on these islands, not that they're cleared out, like...
I can also see where it's like, and this is once again, like we're putting Devil Advocates work, and I'm sure like Oda will, like you said, I think we have 5 or 6 more chapters of this flashback, and I think one of them is going to be the fallout.
Yeah, for sure. There needs to be several pages dedicated to like Garp and Dragon at the end of this flashback.
Yeah, and like I think one of it is just like, oh, this island rebelled, and so we put them down, and we took their resources. Like, it just happens that way.
Yeah.
It's only every 3 years, right? So, like,
Only.
It's only 3 years, dude. Come on.
yeah. But, like, the point is that it's not once every year. It's once every, like, 3 years. So it's like, okay, that kind of makes sense where, like, every once in a while they could make up, like, this island rebelled. We had to, like, kill everyone, or there were pirates on this island. Right? Like, we took them all out. That kind of stuff.
Especially if you don't see it, like, oh, we got there, it was a gruesome battle, yada yada.
And
but the thing, Garp is probably a vice ad. I forgot what role he's at, but the thing is, I think that none of this makes him a not interesting character. I just, like, if I call him a scumbag, it's still acknowledging that he's a good character, because in my mind, it's like he knows something is wrong, and this is like above average scumbaggery. He doesn't know exactly what's going on there until he sees it in God Valley. But it's because he's trying not to look at it very hard, because he's macho, brave hero guy. All he does is punching. He's very Luffy-like. Yeah. He doesn't want to face the nuance and the, like, actual circumstances that are going on, and that's part of his flaws.
Yeah, I wonder if we won't get, like, a deeper, like, flashback until we interact more with Dragon later.
I think we will. There will definitely be a proper Dragon Garp flashback of, like, Dragon's mom and Luffy's mom, and, like, how we got to the monkey family as it is today.
Yeah,
you know,
because it's
we're talking about moms though, but we glazed over dads, right?
We haven't gotten to dads yet. Yeah.
Oh, dude,
that was 11:47 or 8, so right where we ended last. About Brook being the dad of Ubunko.
Oh, we did talk about that one, I think, last time. We think he's the dad.
We ended on 11:46, so.
Oh, we probably just theorized it. We
were on the trail.
The most important daddy stuff going on, though, is the fact that Dragon, like, he doesn't speak in ellipses anymore. He has lines.
The whole Dragon ellipses thing.
It's kind of a fucking goat.
One Piece fans have the least funny jokes. I'm sorry. Like, Dragon speaks in ellipses. He said plenty of important things throughout the series. He's just also sometimes he's just looking at stuff, and that's fine. He's a man of few words. But the things he says in this flashback are so good. I particularly like this one page where one of the saints is hunting him down for the babies. The saint mishears it. He's like, "You got the babies?" Yeah, I got she mishears it and thinks there's only one baby, but there's two.
Yeah.
But then Dragon drops this line, well, considering all the people that have died here, I guess I deserve this too. Like, I feel really bad for him. The one person that is willing to step away from, like, his orders and see that this is just objectively bad.
It's also cool to see, like, we've seen parts of this flashback before.
Kuma
and
stuff.
We're seeing it from a different angle now, which I'm enjoying a lot. Because I'm like thinking, oh, did we already know about that? Because we get like Ivankov and Kuma showing up, and it's like Kuma's eat the fruit.
We just need one survivor, and then we've won. Is such a good line by Little Ivankov, dude. I love Ivankov. These flashbacks have really redefined him as like a true embodiment of freedom, just like Luffy in the story, which is really cool.
Yeah. Willer. Something that we didn't talk about last time before it happened. We got rocks revealed.
Yes, so let's talk about rocks.
That's like the biggest thing.
It is. Well, you know, we're jumping around. We started with Garp stuff, and now we can get to fucking rocks. And I think like this might be one of the most universally like received characters in the story. Who doesn't like this guy?
Dude, this panel is just crap.
Father of Blackbeard. He known as like
no, like
questions.
Like,
yeah,
that's it. This is it. We're playing the cards out. We now have like a big side of like Blackbeard's motivations now.
This guy looks like he got struck by hockey lightning.
Yeah. Like his hair is just perpetually in that hockey
what
mode.
happened here was that he killed his child and went back in time and combed his hair backwards.
Oh.
I understood that reference.
Or he's about to play a children's card game. One of the two.
These are both good.
Oh, that's a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
The other one was Kira from Part 4. What are the thoughts on Rox? Because if you really look at it, this flashback is actually more the Rox flashback than Loki.
Yeah.
I thought this was the Rock's flashback the whole time.
I mean,
yes and no.
I think the most important thing I want to look at is just like what are the parallels between Luffy and his idol Roger and Loki and his idol Rox? Because I feel like that's kind of how this is framed, right? Like Rox is kind of like Loki's Roger.
No, for sure. That's how we've led into Rox, which is funny because just like Shanks, Shanks shows a lot more care for Luffy, obviously, but they're both admiration from afar. Loki does not get to interact with Rox very much in his lifetime, only when Rox shows up back to the island. And when Rox shows up to the island, he just kind of bullies Loki, and he's like, "Where's your dad? You little shit. Was your dad home?" Like, that's all he really cares about when he's on the island. So it's a very one-sided relationship there. And I think that would be a big difference between Shanks, where, Shanks genuinely cared about Luffy, gave up his arm for Luffy, still keeps track of, Luffy news. And while we don't know exactly what he thinks of Luffy, we can tell that he's proud and also anxious in a weird way that the pieces haven't really landed for me yet, but there's something going on.
I will say, I think what's most interesting to me about this flashback is it's kind of pointing me towards the question and discussion of what is the correct way to change the world?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can look at Garp, for example, where Garp is kind of trying to change the system from within. And there might not be textual evidence for this, but I think there might be kind of a sunk cost fallacy going in with him, where it's he spent so long trying to change the system from within.
I would say...
With you 100%.
I would say the God Valley incident is actually going to be the inciting incident of that whole thing.
Yeah.
I think, Garp's going to... I think right now Garp is kind of, high on his whole,
hero persona.
Yeah, and he's going to walk away from this, I cannot let this keep happening this way, but I can't just walk away because someone needs to be here to change it or make it better.
It is such a sunk cost fallacy because he's been failing. He's been failing for, decades still, since that day.
Yes. Yeah.
Have we seen Admiral Sengoku on the island?
He was on the phone with Garp, and because Garp was like, "Sengoku, have you heard that it was like this?" And he's like, "Well, I heard rumors, but that guy got offed."
Yeah. So have we seen any of the old admirals?
We did.
Have a glimpse of an admiral?
I didn't grab the
Kong at one point.
Fucking Kong.
We saw Zoro.
We've seen a lot of the vice admirals. We've seen there's a page where Garp, Sengoku, Suru, maybe a young Aokiji are all eating together.
Those are the vice admirals, right?
Yeah, those are the vice.
But we haven't seen what an old admiral was before Aokiji and Kizaru.
I think there weren't. Well, no, because Rox killed one. So let's talk about this because this is such a weird chain of events. Rox is bullying Loki, as we say. He's just being a shithead, which is a very interesting part of Rox. I thought he would be a lot eviler than he is, but he is still kind of a dick. But also, he's a family man, so you kind of have to love him at the same time. He's very poetic. But then it's at the Reverie 1 year ago is where he met Harold, and on that day, the first time ever someone breached the Chamber of Secrets or whatever. He killed an admiral that day, and then I don't think I grabbed the page after this, but he talks to Emu, and he basically says, "I'm coming for you." It's how did he know that? How did he walk in and out of there? That part is left very vague in the story.
Yeah, that wasn't 1 year ago. That's just 1 year during Rox's life. He was there.
Sorry,
Reverie
1 year before he shows up to Elbaf is the framing here, because here's him meeting, hanging out with Loki at the Reverie 1 year. Oh, sorry, sorry. 1 year in the past when Harold was doing his thing.
Yeah. But like we also get revealed that Rox is actually a Davy Jones.
Yes, we know that he's a disciple of Davy Jones,
and that is what the D is. It's the Davy clan.
I was about to say that's big reveal number 17 in this
big reveal number
chapters.
17 in these last 10 chapters.
The D is not Davy. That's what.
It's
you can think that.
What is it?
It's not fucking Davy. They're called the Davy clan.
Yeah.
Mario.
Why not? It's called Nomu. Mia. All the fruits have.
Sure.
It's the gum fruit. Why is it not the Davy clan?
Then it would be the DD clan.
The long arm tribe.
The Davy clan is just one of the original like D clans, whatever that means.
Yeah.
So they're of the D clan.
No, the D clan's above them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the umbrella. Like the monkey family is part of the D clan, as we know. The Jaguar family, like Jaguar D Sol, the Trafalgar. That's not his real name, I think.
Trafalgar D Waterlaw.
Yeah, the Trafalgar family, all that stuff.
So Davy's just like another family line, but not like the line.
Yes,
Correct.
But the one thing that's for sure is that Rox is introduced like when he's talking to Emu. When he breaks into the room, he said that he's a disciple of Davy Jones. So Davy Jones is for sure a character, and I think we've known that. He gets his crewmates through the Davy backfight, so he's like following the methods of whatever Davy Jones was up to back in the day to make his crew.
Willer gets Davy back status points.
Davy Back's coming back again, is the thing about it. This is just reminding us.
Yep.
This is just setting up for the true battle for the One Piece.
Hey Willer, open up Midcast chat because we forgot a very important panel.
We're not talking
Baby
about
Loki.
Loki's flashback yet, but because
I thought we were. We're talking about
because we were just talking about Rox. So I was like, okay, let's talk about Rox. I was thinking we'd cycle back to Loki.
It's so much.
Right, which is why we gotta keep it structured. But I totally grabbed that page because Loki's birth is really fucking sad. Speaking of dark things, he gets thrown off a tree.
The baby.
And then
This is a great mythological trope of the mother hating their child. Like Hephaestus is one of them, Loki is one of them.
And that's
being discarded.
It also feels very mythological for like the baby child climbing the tree of the Yggdrasil, slaughtering a bear as a child, like very mythological stuff.
Yeah.
All the misfortunes that would fall upon Elbath will be known as Loki's curse. I can't wait till we get back to this guy once he finds out that his icon died, which is gonna be interesting, right? Like Loki's gonna resent his father. Because a big part of this flashback also is Rox and Harold's friendship, which is really genuinely sweet, and they have like a bunch of sweet moments, and then they have like a sad breakup scene where Rox is like, dude, I'm going to God Valley, I'm gonna fight the king of the world, I need you with me, like I can't do this without you. And Harold wanting the Giants to be part of the world government so bad, not knowing like how bad the world government is, but just wanting, like to him, that is the way to get his race of people from being barbarians to being civilized and part of the world. So he's like, we have to join the world government no matter what.
And that's the thing. Earlier I was talking about I feel like this whole flashback and even kind of Elbath as a whole is framed as this what is the proper way to go about changing the world? Because we talked a little bit about Garp, where it's like changing the system from within. For the Giants, he's seen his people go from the route of exclusively being a warrior people to seeing what cooperation and pacifism can bring you. So now I think he's fully on that route. This is the way to change the world. And then Rox is on the route of
destruction.
Dude, how naive can you be? Not everything can be sometimes you kind of need to use violence to solve your problems.
I think also the other layer there is that Geralt's thinking about his people too.
Yeah.
Right. If he gets them involved in a war against the world government. Like, they may win because they are just giants, but it may also cost them a ton in general.
It sets them into that, like, Attack on Titan-esque path of, like, all there is from here on is war. Like, after we make this decision, we'll never stop being warriors.
Yeah, and so, like, he's trying to think what's best for his people at this time. And I think that's coming into clashes with rocks.
But as a result, like, everyone's doing it wrong. Harold especially, I think Garp and Harold especially. Harold is, like, really bending over backwards to make this partnership work, including, like, turning on rocks and fighting him. And he does let him go at the end there to actually go to God Valley, which I thought was really sweet. But...
that's the thing. There's cooperation at the expense of, like, your own self-interest. There's the other side, which is, like, having enough overwhelming force to protect yourself, but not having, any closeness or friendship. And I think the correct path, is the path Luffy walks, where, in general, where Luffy goes, he makes friends. But at the same time, he doesn't fall into the trap of some shonen characters of, like, endlessly going, like, guys, we don't have to do this fight, just stop. Like, Luffy will give you a chance, but if you don't take it, he's knocking your ass out.
Yeah. And
you gotta learn your place.
And if he comes in and you're already a dickhead, you don't have a chance. Like, if you're a Doflamingo Arlong type, it's on site, Harold's really bending over backwards for it, and it's just very interesting also because it's like Dragon is now a new version of this where he is having an organized revolution, getting countries involved, all the unaffiliated countries under that banner, as many as he can get. And inevitably, Dragon's gonna be wrong too, because we know the protagonist way is gonna have to be the right way. That's just kind of how the story is gonna go.
Yeah.
So I'm just very curious to see, like, what is Dragon's downfall gonna be, and, like, why is he a failure at his way of bettering the world? Because inevitably he has to be, and it feels like he is succeeding though, because as of, like, recently, like, Sabo became a huge hero. Like, they hit Mirajoa and hit, like, all their food supplies, and, like, they're actually starving for once. Like, he's getting shit done now. It took some years for him to, like, build that up, and, like, at the cost of, like, Ginny. They couldn't go back and get Ginny in, like, Kuma's flashback, but, like, now shit is happening. But, like, inevitably something's gonna get in the way, and I'm just, like, really curious to see what that's gonna be.
I posted a panel here, but it is Davy D. Zebek. Like, he spells it out that it is different than the actual D letter there.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like Davy Zebek.
Yeah. The legendary pirate Davy D. Jones.
So, I saw a cool idea that Davy D. Jones is Joy Boy. And they would be, like, they're both, because Joy Boy, we found out, which is crazy, we know stuff about Joy Boy now, like, how far we've come. He was the first pirate, we found out in Egghead. And
which, like, if he's Joy Boy, we are doing a Davy Bag fight.
Yeah.
Right? Like that, and I feel like the way they're talking about the legendary pirate Davy G. Jones, so maybe they're one and the same. Joy Boy is just his epitaph.
Yeah.
Y'all ready for a Tyler hot theory?
Yeah, always.
The Davy back fight will be Luffy versus Emu, where Luffy fights Emu in a series of things to get his crewmates back from being corrupted.
Because Emu's attacks are, like, gamey, like he's doing reversey.
Yep.
The Davy back fight is you playing for,
games.
Like, crewmates, right?
It's playing games for crewmates.
Luffy's gonna become the king of games too.
Yo, move!
Could you imagine if the flashback for Joy Boy is a Davy back fight between Joy Boy and Emu from way back when, and Emu cheats?
Ooh.
Kind of a thing?
Oh, dude, we're so high on the Davy back fight sauce. We want everything to be a Davy back fight.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's gonna be so funny when that happens because people shit on that arc for the longest time, thinking it's.
I can't wait.
That's half the reason I want it to happen.
Dog, people like talk about skipping Skypiea, and it's like thematically one of the most important arcs in the series. Like, it's a lost cause for everyone.
Yeah, I'm also interested to see, like, if potentially I kind of want to believe that like what's going to happen is they're going to have to end up fighting Emu somehow, and they'll talk to Dragon right beforehand, and they're going to convince Dragon that the way he's going down is not the right way.
For sure. I definitely think there's going to be a moment where Dragon realizes his son is actually doing the things that he wanted to in like a kind of like a proud way.
Yeah. But
What
like,
if Sabo gets captured and they're going through it again?
Mm-hmm.
And Dragon goes, my son.
And Garp is like, I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice.
I said that like literally videos ago.
We say a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
We do.
These One Piece talks are very stream of consciousness. We're just going through it.
There 100% we have to get to a Davy back fight at one point. Either it's with Blackbeard, right? Like he thinks that he is destined to win that kind of fight against Luffy and his crew, or it's like Emu sets up a game, like if Emo has like the game fruit or rules fruit or something like that.
Ooh, I like rules. That seems godly.
The alternative is reversey fruit, which is like okay.
Too specific, right?
Yeah, but the game piece is like really, I think, is like an important aspect of it. He's looking at that, he's doing that effect, right? Whereas like we see later in the most recent chapter, he's not reversing. He takes over whatever.
He takes some of the Davy clan that was on the island, like like Rox's grandparents are chasing him down.
Yeah, Tyler. Whenever he does that, do you just think of Mass Effect 2 with assuming control?
Oh man, it's been so long.
I'm just gonna think about it now.
No, I played all of it. Is that like the virus that starts taking over them?
So when they have like the
you're talking about when they get the red eyes from Big Boss?
Yeah. Like, assuming control. You're like, oh, fuck this guy.
Yeah, you're just like, no, fuck
that. When Emu did that in the first few chapters we read here, that is just such a broken ability. Like, if you step the wrong way, you're part of my army. That's how you know, okay, we beat Kaido. Like, how can we up Kaido at this point?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna introduce a bunch of immortal devils, and then a guy that can just turn your allies into your enemies. Okay, that'll do it.
You know what? That's even like more on par with like the board game like rules fruit, where it's like he lives in the highest point of the land, so he can see the entire board, basically, right?
Oh. You know what my hope is, if Usopp gets turned, is that he actually starts kicking everyone's ass, and the only thing holding him back was his bravery.
Okay.
Hey, looking at God Valley, it wasn't. It was. Is that Rock splitting it, or was it split before this?
I think it was split before. I also had that question, but then you can see like his actual attack is the side here.
Yeah. So I've always like. By the way, God Valley is in color now in the anime. It is catching up slowly.
Yeah, because they've passed the Kuma flashback at this point.
Guys,
no, they are in the Kuma flashback.
Sidebar: watch the Kuma flashback in the anime. Holy
it's so good.
Fuck! It's really good. They go ham on that scene where he loses his memories. That might be the best scene in the anime.
Did you watch the openings, Willer?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched 27 and 28, and I just posted 28 because I was like, they're in the God Valley parts and like showing the moon guy. What's his name?
Garling.
Garling.
Yo, how does Oda keep doing it? Someone needs to mentally check this man. How does he just keep making the most hateable pieces of shit imaginable? Because Garling sucks. This guy stinks. Oh. He's very entertaining, but oh my god, he is so evil, like trying to kill the mom. He even like, oh, they're really beautiful children. Like he has enough in him to recognize a beautiful baby and in the same breath shoot a woman that he just put the pipe on. And he's like, okay, you made babies, I don't need you anymore. Like, Jesus Christ. Also, Shanks might be part of the Davy clan. Just like Blackbeard, because they're all they were all born on this island. We don't know for sure if Shamrock and Shanks' mom was a Davy or if she just lived on the island. There's a high chance, though.
Which would line up with Roger potentially thinking that like Shanks is like the one if he is a Davy clan.
Yeah.
So
it's just so interesting. Like we have like the shadow of the chosen one with Blackbeard. The actual chosen one, on paper is Shanks or Ace. Like.
Yeah.
And Ace died, and Shanks was even called like Child of Destiny by like Roger or someone when he was a kid in one of like the previous flashbacks. And all these characters are like orbiting around the actual like chosen one, which is Luffy. And he's not part of the Davy lineage as far as we know. He is like this other branch, this monkey clan, whatever the fuck they got up to, but he is the right person for the job. And they're just monkeying around. So that's really cool. Blackbeard's mom is really cool. I really like this scene. And so is Hajaruden's mom, Ida. Earlier in the flashback, she was really sweet as well. A lot of good moms in this flashback.
Like that Hajaruden's mom is not a stereotypical One Piece woman.
Yeah.
She's
like pretty goofy looking and is very sweet though.
Yeah, and like King Harold is like, I love this woman, but people force me to like this other one. I think it's also interesting. We have this also reflection of Garling and his kids, where Harold's is it Harold that's the king that died, right?
Harold, yeah.
Harold, he loves Ida, but has to marry the other woman for whatever
evil
reason.
Bitch. Yeah.
Evil, yeah. But keeps Ida alive, whereas Garling's like, I'm just gonna kill this woman immediately, and try to get the more befitting woman.
And it's also very interesting, like to emphasize how shitty that situation was in this flashback of a bunch of like really cool moms and women, like including Shaki. Yeah. Shanks' mom, we don't even get to see her face. Like, that is how much she got dehumanized by Garling and his actions. Even when Dragon gets the kids from her, which is kind of confusing in that, like, end of the chapter. It was like, wait, is he talking to Blackbeard's mom? Or... But...
Yeah.
Never get to see her.
Yeah, but I think that's also really important because it's like, she was just some woman.
She was just a broad, which, it really puts it into perspective. Y'all... I've been Blackbeard brain rotting. Every time we talk about One Piece, like, I have a new brain rot character. Last time it was Gunko. Like, Blackbeard's seen all this, and he really took all the wrong lessons. And, like, what would Rox think of his son? And, like, that one scene where Whitebeard is looking down on Blackbeard, he says, "You are not him. You're not the man Roger was waiting for." But at the same time... He was well acquainted with your actual father, and like, Whitebeard took him into his ship, so it's like...
No, I got that completely different. Now, I think "you're not him" is referring to Rox.
Yes. So, like... Yeah. Originally, of course, but I think he says, "You're not the man Roger was waiting for" also. But I think the beauty of storytelling when Oda's layering it on top of it is that he can write the story such that the line now works both ways. Where you are also not Rox, and we know the one thing that I think we can actually conclude about Blackbeard and his father is that Blackbeard is a huge fan of his father. He names his ship after his father. Like he's like following he wants to take over the world. And it's interesting because the world...
He takes over Pirate Island where his father...
Same island. He wants... So Blackbeard even says, like, "This is my era, I'm going to rule the world." Rock says the same thing, but we've learned at the end of the recent chapter that Rox is a different definition of what the world is. Because he knows Emu exists somehow. So he knows that, like... To Rox, when he says taking over the world, that's like when Luffy says he's going to be Pirate King. It's like not something you can understand on like a surface level, because you don't really get it, man. Like, and I feel like Rox is very much speaking beyond like world domination, but I think Blackbeard only knows that as the takeaway from his father's message, which is why I think he goes he goes towards things in that way. But it's just so I can't wait for like the Blackbeard focus arc where we get to learn what's actually going on in his head. Like, what are his actual motivators? How is he trying to live to his father's legacy? Because I don't know. It's just so interesting. He's a bastardization of both Rox and also maybe like the Davy clan itself. Like, a lot going on with these characters, and the fact that like Whitebeard was here to like bridge the gap between the father and the son, and Blackbeard turns on Whitebeard. Oh, there's just so many cool character dynamics in One Piece, and they just get more complex over time. Which there's some other really good characters in this flashback. Like I love the stuff we're getting from Big Mom and Kaido, getting to see them in their younger age, getting to see Big Sis, Big Mom, and then like she's like, "I gave you your fruit, Kaido," and then nope, he bonked her on the head. Is she just lying? Is she stupid?
I think she's trying to like
save face.
Yeah. You didn't get one over me. I did that for you.
Yeah, I found that for you. Dude, we could have had Dragon Katakuri. Oh, you robbed me. Kaido, you robbed me. But that was great. I love how happy he is. Like, because we know how much of a depressed sack of shit he is in modern times. So it's just cool to see, like, young, excited Kaido. Like, he really thrives in this environment with Rox.
The spread of the Rox Pirates is neat because it's like a redo of the previous one almost.
There's like 3 or 4 like banger Rox Pirate spreads.
Yeah. Is it part of this group that you're going through? It might be towards
Probably not. Especially because they have to be grouped in tens. Yeah. Someone else throw something in. Let's talk about Shaki and the girls. Let's talk about the girls.
Shacking up
this Rescue the Princess arc has been wild.
I had so many guesses about what the God Valley incident would be all about, but I didn't think she would be like the sun at the center of it.
It's interesting because like when that chapter came out, I was like, this was kind of a weird chapter. The one that like is focusing on the Kuja pirates.
Yeah, it's like, okay, weird, all right.
And like, is that story wholly necessary? Like, you could have like cut out a chapter and a half or really focus on the Kuja pirates and Rayleigh and stuff. And like the fact that everyone simps over them, but like I'm kind of glad that it's there because it not only does it humanize all these like men of legends by making them stupid simps, like it really like brings the legends back down to earth by showing their more base human instincts and the fact that they got to some just goofy playground shit in that era.
I've been feeling that so hard where I feel like the legends of these characters are amplified by the characters in the setting because they are no longer around. Like, it's easy, like, they are badasses in their own right? But it's easy when someone's no longer around to turn them into these larger-than-life figures. So seeing them act like actual people brings them down a little bit, and not in a bad way, in a very good way, actually.
I'm sure, knowing One Piece fans, they're like, Roger's crew stepped on him, what a joke. Like, no, this is great, like, they're legends for what they did, but every human being, and even in like real life and in One Piece, like, they all have like their goofy moments, they all have like their low-key chill moments.
It's like in, when we're reading the first half of One Piece, right? Like, we know Luffy intimately as just fucking rubber guy from
dumbass
Mill Village. Yeah. and like it's not until Enies Lobby when like the guys are going like, oh my god, it's Straw Hat Luffy, he defeat Crocodile, and you're like, I guess he's been doing some crazy ass shit at this point, right?
And then we look at it today, like this is Emperor Monkey D. Luffy strikes fear into everyone's heart and laughter.
And we've seen him get his ass kicked by Nami all the time.
He's just constantly getting whooped. That matchup is so unfavorable for him.
It's a 9-1 matchup.
It's 9-1, man. But yeah, like I think that's really important, and it does build to like what is genuinely a good romantic scene with Rayleigh and Shaki, where like all the guys, they're just like lusting after her, like very horny teenage style, but Rayleigh is the one person that is like, no, like this woman is seriously special to me, and that's why he gets to hit.
Yep.
the baddie I got by being a decent human being.
That's
It's
Tyler's
great.
new favorite anime.
Yeah.
No, but I think also it fleshes out like why Roger's crew ended up where they did later too. At least for Rayleigh, right? Like we don't know anything about Suga or Gavin, but we know a little bit actually because he talks about getting married. And,
We just met him. He was cave exploring.
yeah. But like it's also kind of setting up this idea of like how did the Rogers Pirates move on after Roger, right? What
Yeah.
were they doing? Like what motivated them to keep going afterwards and not just like die at the execution platform with them? And I think that's also like a big part of it is providing the future for everyone else as part of a leader. Is like you're not just leading them to where they need to get to, it's letting them carve the path afterwards.
We also gotta remember those motherfuckers saw the One Piece. Like they have an understanding of the world that no one else does, and that's one way to look at like why they went the directions that they went, because they know that there's a lot going on to this world that we have no idea about.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting to think about now. Shaggy, after this, is going to pick up her bar and move it to the
Sambodi Island.
Yeah.
Yep. She's still got her rip-off bar, and
It's a little smaller, but that's fine.
she's still with Rayleigh. I think Rayleigh was like, she said something about Rayleigh picking up chicks or something. So he grows up into a bit of a lecherous man. Maybe they have a open piratey relationship. Just go fuck whoever.
I think she's just kind of like
Teasing
being
him.
the flirtation, teasing him and knowing that like he could get whoever he wants, but chooses to be with her, kind of a thing.
Man, I still remember when at like Egghead, we went so many places in Egghead, but when we get back to Kuja Island and Rayleigh shows up and Boa like is really nice to Rayleigh, like the second man in the story that she's kind to, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like Rayleigh has like a interesting relationship with Boa, and like I think she even like rests her head on his lap or something, if I remember correctly.
Too.
Yeah. So it just all connects in weird ways.
That also is one of my favorite memories. Where like we went out to, I've like read the chapter and you hadn't read it yet, and we went out to a bar. I'm like, Will, we got some crazy lore about some character. You're like, okay, what character? It's like Shaggy. You went, Shaggy? What the fuck?
I was thinking about that the other day. That was just a great little moment.
So I like it just because it also fleshes out the Kuja Pirates I think a little bit more. So this is also adding more to the mystery of Blackbeard, right?
Yeah. I can't like. There's just so many angles to take this information and apply to him. It's overwhelming, honestly.
To walk even more in his father's footsteps, he's trying to find a Shaggy replacement. That's why he went after Boa potentially.
Oh fuck! Well, he did also want her fruit. He's very fruit oriented.
But he would just take the fruit and give it to someone that he thought would be best. Right? Because that's what he's been doing. He's been killing the people with the fruits and giving it to his crewmates.
I do think he said, like, no one else can pull the fruit off as well as you, because you do have to be inherently charming.
Yeah. So, like, I think that's another, like...
That is an interesting way to look at it, for sure. He wants his own Shaggy.
And I wonder... Oh, I bet he's going to be, like... Blackbeard. It's going to be like, this is all that my father had, and he decided to be reckless and give it up, kind of a thing.
Yeah, Blackbeard strikes me as like very greedy for power, and I think it stems from a like, I'm going to do what my father couldn't, and I'm going to hold on to the power he couldn't, and he goes very far with it.
There's a lot of like, when you look at Blackbeard, a lot of different shades of like what his father wasn't, right? Because his dad, for all that we've seen, like was a goofball around Shaggy, but he wasn't necessarily like a womanizer, like Blackbeard was.
He's got one of the most stable relationships in the story from what we see. They even bring it like Gloriosa's like, oh, that's the face of a man who's happy with like his wife and child, and then he's blushing. Like he's super into her.
Like he's like And then we have, and I think about that with like, there's the scene on Pirate Island where Blackbeard's sitting around drinking as the women around him.
Yeah, he's got
right?
like 3 chicks.
Yeah, and it's like he's following his father's footsteps in action only, not method, or like I guess not in like
Not in spirit. Yeah.
yeah spirit.
It's
So-
the uninherited will, very, very Hody Jones. Like,
Yeah.
the message is there, but it's ringing hollow. He doesn't get it.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's really good.
Okay. Who else do we have in this fucking?
I wanted to talk about this one. This is probably my favorite scene of the batch. Probably my favorite line. It's the final time that Rox and Harold see each other, and he says, "It feels as though some great act of fate is pulling all the strings behind the scenes. Kidnapping Shaki was their fatal mistake. As long as my wife and kids escape, I don't care about the rest. Whoever's side fortune is on Harold, it doesn't feel like mine. So lend me your aid." That's just such a fire One Piece line. Like, this guy, he knows so much. His brain's so big. Like, he could see that, like, whatever moves this world, and he's very in tune with what the world is, it's against him, and he knows he's going in there to die. And if Harold was with him, he probably wouldn't have. Whatever's about to happen, that's just going to be very interesting that Harold's absence is probably the reason why Rox dies.
Which is probably why Loki feels resentful for her dad.
For sure, yeah. But no matter what happened, like, I think that is objectively going to be the truth, but that's what Loki's going to take away for sure, is that his dad wasn't there.
And the other thing to think about taking away is the 3 big crew members, right? Of like, so Big Mom, Kaido, and Whitebeard.
And Whitebeard, yeah.
Because it's like they all walk away with like some different notion of family at the end of all of that.
I was thinking about that the other day while reading the chapter. Like, it reinforces to Whitebeard that he wants a family. Like, he wants a genuine family as his crew. It reinforces to Big Mom that she needs to greedily go after her goal of, like, uniting the races. And it reinforces Kaido's war against the world, where he saw what fighting the world was like when he's about to fight Emu and Saturn, I guess. And Kaido's ultimate goal was to create this world against the, like, war against the world. He's gonna get all the weapons, all the fruits, and just like wage war everywhere. Whoever survives thrives, kind of situation. Like, very meritocracy kind of vibe.
Yeah. And truly quote unquote fair, where it's not just like people with guns shooting handcuffed people. It's like you're gonna fight.
You're gonna fight for your life. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Like, it's because Kaido, like, was left very subtextual in Wano, but you can start piecing together a lot of his intents. And yeah, like,
probably
go ahead.
Oda couldn't probably like draw a lot of the flashback because it's probably going to stem a lot from this incident and what we've seen here in this flashback.
That's why I was like upset, but not too hung up about it, because I was like, it's very integral in his life that he hung out with Rox, and we're not ready to see Rox yet. So
Yeah.
And it is very heartbreaking though that when Kaido becomes Omega depressed after this. Big Mom was a chill person in this crew. She was insane, but in a fun way. And then she ages into, like, the most insane person in the setting after this.
That's the thing. During this flashback, I was like, wow, I would actually stand within 30 feet of Big Mom.
No longer. Yeah, she,
Something happens here that we haven't seen yet that just, like, makes them all give up.
Exactly.
In a way.
That I was about to say something to that effect. Like, I think this flashback, what I need to see from it, aside from the Garb Dragon resolution, is what the big 3 crew members' final thoughts are going to be on Rox's death, because I think that's going to really color which direction they go.
Which I think it does, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I think that's why all 3 of them, like think about, they all become Yonko, but part of that is, like, having a ginormous crew
organization, yeah.
Yeah, which is like the opposite of the Rox thing, which they all get kind of sour about it every now.
Not true, because at one point during this section of chapters, half of the Rox pirates or most of the Rock pirates just go crazy. They just start killing everyone.
Yeah.
But like, I see what you mean. Like, it's like actually integrated, not just a bunch of fucking scumbags. With
Yeah. So like they all
they have a structure.
It's all about the family.
They all make a structure to their crew, like a very tight structure. Now that I think about it, where it's like I'm the figurehead, and there's going to be layers to this, and we're gonna be like organized.
So question: before Shanks was a Yonko, because Shanks becomes a Yonko during One Piece. Like the actual.
Yes, I don't think Yonko existed. Like in Chapter 1, that system wasn't in place yet. Probably it happens probably around the same time Shanks becomes it, and then like, oh, there's four big guys in the seas right now.
I thought it was Shiki the lion.
Shiki was just a guy.
Is he just a guy?
I think he was just a guy. He was Roger's rival, quote unquote, and we've seen him in this flashback a bit. I mean, he's had some moments. He says some lines here and there. Here. Nah.
He's mostly played as a joke, which kind of sucks. Like Roger's rival is this chumpsicle.
Yeah,
very one-sided rivalry
because it's three Rocks members, and then it's like, oh, Shanks, who was
It wasn't three Rocks members and Shiki. To make it four.
Yeah, like all the
a baby.
Other three Yonko know each other, and Shanks is just a guy.
A baby on this island right now, being carried in Dragon's arm, is about to, in like 19 years, be as powerful as these three gods that are fighting alongside Rocks, which is kind of insane.
Y'all, what's the power scaling on Mihawk, knowing that Roger is a sword user?
Oh, he's the best. Did someone post a Mihawk video the other day? It was really funny. Was that me? Where
I think so.
It was like anti-Mihawk slander, but then like as the video goes on, you realize it's actually pro-Mihawk slander. It was really good. It was pretty good.
Where was this?
I thought I posted it.
Y'all, during this flashback, who are the Dory and Bragi are being flipped right now, are being converted to Christianity. It is the current thing that's happening to them right now. Yeah. It's very unfortunate.
So, okay. I want a weird theory time, I guess.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting to the
okay. I want to bring something up. This has been not scratching my head, but I just think it's intriguing, right? Is Emu the character with the most panels in which he is just blacked out?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's kind of crazy because we're at a point. This is like there's a scene that happens, and granted, this could be a manifestation of his power, but it's like we should have an idea of what this motherfucker would look like us now.
So
it's obviously no. Emu looks like that curvy woman with the boobies I see posted on the subreddit.
What? Show me this.
You haven't seen that, Willard?
No.
I'm trying
I want to know this.
Emu, go find it, Bradley, and post it.
But Joe, are you thinking that Emu looks like Father from Kids Next Door?
Yes.
That's what I pictured too.
So, the other thing is Emu's all black and Luffy is all white.
That means Zoro has to defeat Emu.
It does, first of all. Side note, Kelly posted someone should be Emu for Halloween, and I'm kind of regretting the fact I didn't think of that. That's such a funny Halloween costume.
Yes, dude, she's right though. Look at it; it's beautiful.
It's so stupid, dude.
It's so great.
The emu plush,
like the weirdest ghost costume ever.
The emu plushies are so good. It's one of the greatest pieces of One Piece merch that have ever been made.
So fucking funny.
It's got tiny little arms. We don't know anything about this fucker. He's so mysterious.
That could literally be his head. That could literally be a headdress.
That's the thing. I've always seen it as a headdress, and then this is a big ass crown. But who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Look at I think Bradley has the correct depiction in Midcast chat.
Oh hell yeah!
That's
No, but this is actually
with that.
This is actually very viable though, because I also thought Emu was like a man in Lily's body was her name, right? So make it a sexy chick. However, I don't see big bazongas in the Emu shadows whenever they're hanging out. So
What if it's actually been Mihawk the whole time?
Yeah.
Which is why all the swords are down at the feet, and what makes him the strongest sword user.
No, you know what? On that note, now that Dragon has done stuff, and I can't make Dragon doesn't do anything jokes, Mihawk doesn't do stuff.
Oh my god. When Mihawk is doing shit, it's going to be mind-blowing. The thing, the switch up that I've seen on Dragon, it's like everyone suddenly loves Dragon. It's like, you had no reason to hate him to begin with, just be patient. And I feel like Mihawk is at that exact same point, where it's like, just be patient.
We've seen Mihawk do shit.
He's crazy. He's crazy.
No, he was in the war, and then Shanks showed up and said the war's over, and he said, "Thank God I don't have to fight Shanks and lose my best swordsman title."
So, Bradley, you've been on that subreddit too much.
No, I actually love Mihawk. I think he's the shit.
Yeah. But to go back to the board game thing, they're black and white, like
pieces, like Domini, reversey pieces, yeah.
Yeah. I just it's just such a weird, like, this guy has been on screen more often. He's gonna be on screen more often as a fucking shadow than what he actually looks like in the future at this point.
I don't know. I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of them if they are final villain.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping we don't get like a Madara situation,
Which is
a villain shows up after Emu.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Emu is already the Kaguya.
What if after they beat Emu, Enel shows up again from the fucking movie?
No, that's cinema. That's absolute cinema.
That's what we're waiting on.
I'm thinking on it.
That would be so fucking sick.
Dude,
and Luffy just one punches him.
And he does this Enel face.
Yeah.
You know what I need him to do is, in Fishman Island when Luffy crashes the boat.
Yeah.
I need Enel to crash the boat into like
Emu's headquarters.
Into like some dragons.
That would be sick if they're like, how did we get into his fucking throats at the top of the tower?
Guys, the smile that's gonna be on my face in 2029 when we see Enel again in the main story, I'm gonna be such a happy motherfucker that weekend. I'm gonna be buzzing. Speaking of old motherfuckers, the Yamato storyline has wrapped up. What is this?
We got the final chapter.
Kazuki Moria? Who?
That is probably one of the most bizarre things I've read in this manga.
This is just nothing. I'm not even like. Oda was just playing a troll, but like, if
he has dice that with names on them, and he just throws the dice.
But we do know that Moria fought against Kaido. He lost all his guys. Did Moria fight against Kaido in his first battles into Wano, and he was fighting to protect Wano, and he quote-unquote died, and then he starts his zombie army, which is why he leaves with the corpse of Ryuma, because he's from Wano. Yep. I did not expect to get cool Moria stuff in the middle of the Yamato fucking Flash story. What?
It also was apparently in front of our noses the entire time, because Kazuki is the reverse of Gecko.
Oh, fuck off, mate.
in Japanese.
Sure.
Is Gecko Moria dead?
No, he's he snuck into Blackbeard's island to go find Absalom. Why would you go back for that scumbag? That just goes to show you how much, dude. I love Moria. when I see Moria again, when Moria meets Luffy again, it's gonna be so hype.
Yeah, you beat Kaido.
Cool. Let's be friends now.
Yeah.
When Luffy needs it the most, he's fighting like Blackbeard or Emu or some shit, and Moria puts 1,000 shadows into Gear 5, and we have Nightmare Gear 5?
People are sounding like the subreddit now.
I'm cooking, okay? Get me out of the kitchen. All right, guys. Okay, you first, Joe, and then I'm gonna close this off with a question.
Fuck. Hold on. Let me think here. We got good Robin combat sections.
Yeah, we did.
Robin's moment.
Things happened before the flashback. It is true.
We didn't talk about any of this.
Well, I mentioned it. There's no time, man.
No, but like I'm really keen to get back to this storyline because I want to see how it's resolved.
Yeah, I like this kid hostage situation as the inciting incident. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and like I really like that. Robin's really invested in it, and the rest of the crew is very invested in it for.
And when we get more
reasons.
Brooke Gunko content, oh, it's gonna be so good.
That's another one where like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, that could be literally anything.
I can't believe Oda dropped that. He's like, okay, for the next 20 chapters or so, we're gonna step away from all that and do a flashback.
Yeah, that could be like, oh, that's Brooke's kid. Oh, that's just a random kid that like fucking Brooke's.
He adopted. I think it's adopted child or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's from the original Kingdom that Brooks used to be a knight at, like,
yeah.
Or fucking whatever.
Guys, don't you forget that before this legendary Rocks era, where they were riding around, they were fighting Garp, Big Mom and Kaido and Whitebeard were all hanging out. Before any of that, the real OG pirate Brooke was sailing the seas, singing songs, singing Brink's Brew.
Thing.
That's an OG.
Like Valley or whippersnappers.
That's an OG, man. I hope Oda brings attention to the fact that Brooke's the realist. Before piracy was cool, he was out there.
He has that hard line about like, I'd rather die with honor than live in cowardice or something to Gunku.
Yeah.
I don't think you have it here, unfortunately.
No, it's something to the effect of like I don't want like. It is a shame to have my music and art used like against my will, essentially, because she wants him to play music for her, and he's not having it.
Yeah, I'd rather stop playing forever or something.
Guys, all right, to close us off, how is this wrapping up? Because I actually have no idea, because Rox's death has to be so tragic that Kaido becomes obsessed with dying correctly. That's an important piece of the puzzle. Go for it.
Domini Reversi.
Yes, but on who?
On Rocks.
Okay. They all have to kill Rocks?
They all have to kill Rocks.
Tragic.
It also lines up with Garp and Roger having to fight Rocks at the island.
Oh, that's what it was, wasn't it? They teamed up against a common foe and it was Rocks?
Yes.
It's either that or Garp and Roger get Domini reversied.
No, I think it's going to be Rocks. Because Rocks is a Davy clan. And he is going to get, fucking taken over. Part of it, too, is, we're going to wipe out the rest of the Davy clan in this, island attack, right? So... Also, Rocks has the black and white hair, so obviously it's got a flip-flop.
Okay, that's a good point, and I wouldn't put it past character design like that playing. But then I think of Kaido, Kaido is proud of how Rocks died.
Is he though, or is he upset?
I'm trying to remember when he says that line. It's did he say Roger and Whitebeard did it right, or did he say Rocks and Whitebeard?
Roger and Whitebeard did it right.
Oh shit, Rocks did not do it right. You're right. I'm getting confused. Yeah. That's kind of tragic that they're gonna have. I like that though, because these people like their captain. They don't they don't love Rocks, but they like and respect him a lot.
And the thing is Roger and Garp are coming in from the other side of the tunnel, I think.
Yeah.
All that's happening. So from them, it could look like Rocks is doing all of this.
I mean, shit, what if Domini reversing Rocks kills Blackbeard's mom, he catches up to them?
Yeah.
What would that mean for Blackbeard's psyche, that he still idolizes the guy in a weird way? I don't know. This is juicy stuff. It could happen, though.
Yeah. God, what else happened? I think they have to kill him. Go ahead, Bradley.
Yeah, what do you think?
I was just gonna say, if we're thinking how it ends, I don't know. I kind of like Joe's idea. My first thought was that they're gonna have this big standoff with these immortal creatures they just cannot kill.
Yeah.
Which would imbue them with some sense of no matter what heights I reach, I will never truly be able to conquer the world.
That is true. And Roger is the only one that's I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's so cool though, because that perfectly explains why Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido kind of went a different route that is not complete world domination. It took it took Kaido and Big Mom until Wano to be like, fuck it, let's go for the One Piece finally.
Because that's the thing. Even go ahead, Joe.
I was gonna say, like, it lines up too with, like, because remember, like, Rox has that big exclamation towards Harold, where it's just like, so long as my family's fine, I don't care about anything else, and that's what all three of these focus on for the rest of their life, right? It's like their crew and where their crew lives and how their crew is operating, more or less, right? So, like, I think they're like, if we can't take over the world, we can have our own, like, world in which we live.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. I think these immortals create the reason they can't just take over the world, because I've kind of been of the opinion that even with the existence of the admirals, some of these Yonko crews really could just steamroll everything they come across, and this kind of gives a reason for why they aren't currently ruling the world.
Yeah,
because they see the upper limit, like That's and also, like, we might see Emu, like dead ass Emu fighting, which I guess we saw like a little bit of, but like this time it feels more Emu-ish. Like, it's not, when he's possessing Gunko, it still feels very Gunko-y. It looks like he's literally like using Saturn as a teleportation platform to come to this land.
Yeah, he's zooming in. He's like getting within range, basically. This is also once again of like, this motherfucker is still in shadow for like
forever
now, forever. Like, it's just like, it's like,
this guy has an alternate art card in One Piece that's just him shadowed in the trading card game. Like, they're committing to the bit.
Yeah, and like it's one of those, because it's one of those things where it's like, if you're an author, you don't like, not seeing Rox for a while is just because we're not ready to talk about Rox yet. Right?
Yeah,
that's why we don't get his like character design early on. Same with Kaido. Like,
meanwhile, we've been talking to Emu. We're now actively speaking back and forth to Emu in the story now.
Yes. This is like the first time, I think, where in which a character is having conversations with characters that we are actively aware of. Yeah. And it's like, we don't know what they look like.
Yeah. The only other time was like Green Bull that one time. So like,
that one time. And like, even then he shows up later.
Like the next arc.
And even then, like, we see him and we're like, oh, that's just like a dude, right? Like,
we don't know. We don't know this is a big booba lady yet. We don't know anything.
Yeah. So it's there's Goto's cooking up something with this character, and I don't know what it is.
I've seen the idea that like Joy Boy is like a cartoon warrior, while Emu is literally like a cartoon devil, like very shadowy, like cartoonish devil.
I thought you were gonna say that he's like drawn to such detail like a berserk character, like
no,
like opposite of a cartoon.
Yeah.
Wait, that'd be kind of raw. Like the shadows go away and
hyper realistic 3D model.
It's just fucking Griffith, like, actually.
Bradley, he should be like Tenna from Delta Root Chapter 3, where
I was just thinking that. Just like a different art style than the rest of it.
Oh, that's good. Tyler, you got any ideas how we're wrapping up here in these next few chapters? Where we going?
I honestly have no clue for this arc, man.
It's along for the ride.
It's not even an arc; it's a flashback. I know. I like how Gunko got taken over right there, because we're seeing that happen again down here.
Well, this one's Saturn.
This is a cool hybrid form. Like, this is not the same form as Gunko.
Yeah, like
tower. Like, that's another thing too, right? He looks like a dark tower, kind of like.
He looks like an extension of Emu, like that's and like that. Yeah. It's not Gunko, like when it's the Gunko body.
Gunko's
it's
like possessed.
Body with wings.
This is like this is like a merge or something weird,
which I think kind of goes more into the. There's something about the Saints.
Yeah, they're like a part of him.
Emu does this too, and Figureland, who just became a saint, is not one. So, like, can she possess Figureland?
Maybe. I bet he is now. I bet, like, you have to drink Emu's blood or some, like, dark ritual, and now you're officially a saint.
I wanna point out the conversation that Saturn has with Emu right before he does his
that was an interesting one. I didn't grab that.
which is he asks Saturn telepathically, "Is Rox dead?" He responds back like, "I don't know." But
it got complex.
Yeah, if anything, there's a danger that such wanton destruction might bring about the birth of something entirely new.
Yeah, what did he mean by that?
Must not happen. Like, if I don't know. You would think it'd be Nika, but the fruit isn't here, right? From what we understand.
Well, actually, at the start of the flashback, they mentioned like a special fruit. The special fruit was in Elbath.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. I don't know.
It's Loki's fruit that he ends up eating, probably.
True, yeah. Which is also maybe like another Nika
Who
fruit.
fucking knows? Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, infinity. So it's just like the birth of something entirely new.
Like, is it metaphorical? Like like
a rebellion.
This is so out of control that like a problem for us is gonna rise from this, and that problem is Roger, who sees all this and gets the motivation to find the truth of the world. Mm-hmm. That where it's like Blackbeard and the hatred and like the black hole, all-consuming Blackbeard that he becomes stems from this event.
I want to say also, like, potentially, is that the elders in Emu always have their sights on the wrong person that they think is going to be their ultimate demise.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, like, this is Rock. Like, they think here it's Rox, which is why he's asking for is Rox dead. But it turns out it's going to be Roger that ends up leading the path to the One Piece later, right?
Which this is commonly they're not very good at prioritizing the biggest threat. Like there's always things that slip through the cracks.
Right, and then which is why when they find Ace, they go and get Ace and kill him, thinking he's going to be the one that's going to reignite all that stuff there.
Right. It's like, oh, we messed up on Roger. Let's not mess up on Ace. Ace wasn't even the right target.
Yeah, and I would say like the right targets here turns out to be Roger and probably Dragon and Kuma and crew.
Yeah.
Because they end up becoming the rebellion later.
Exactly. Yeah. So metaphorically, that's gonna be my reading. I don't like.
Yeah.
Now, if he means something literal, then I have no fucking idea, brother.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So like, who fucking knows?
I can't wait to find out. We will eventually.
Yep.
And so I'm with y'all. Like, so Rox's death is gonna be tragic. I said like the follow-ups we're gonna get probably on the Marine side. I'd love to get some Dragon stuff, but I really do think we'll get like a Dragon Luffy mom like story at some point of like Dragon Crocodile flashback at some point.
Also, we gotta find out how Dragon loses Shanks and how Roger fights him.
And also, Shanks has a tattoo that is like Holy Knight-ish. Did he, by choice, after the Roger Pirates disbanded, come back to the Holy Land and like to try to find meaning in life? And like,
what if that's like a birthmark kind of a situation? Like it just.
I don't know how that like. Can a baby have a brand that like as he grows up stays on him? I don't know how that works on your skin.
You don't know how birthmarks work?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, I guess. No, like, is it like a tattoo branding that, like, as he gets older, like, it fills up? Because it was his whole bicep on the arm that he lost, which, by the way, is fucking insane, that Shanks gives up his arm for Luffy, but, like, that's also him shedding, like, his last, like, part of being a Celestial Knight because he's fully betting it all on Luffy at that point. Like maybe he had doubts until he sees what Luffy's all about, and then he fully takes his role as like the protector of the next generation. Really cool stuff.
Goes back to the Holy Land for like a hot minute.
I think he does. That's what I'm saying. Like I think after Roger dies, he must like lose his place in the world, go back to his home, train as like a knight a couple years, and then break off as a pirate, and then we start the story with
meets his
Shanks and Luffy.
Long lost brother.
Yeah. Realizes he's a dickhead. Yeah, and then we'll have to sandwich this with like a chapter or two of Loki, and and then I have no idea how the Loki Herald situation is gonna go. Is that a Domini Reversi? Like, did they? We can't have two Domini Reversis in this flashback. Is a thing that feels like overusing that ability as like a plot thread. So,
well, he used it twice in the main storyline. Actually, used it like 6 times.
but that's like all encompassing. Like, hey, we're fighting the Domini Reversis right now. If both of the answers to big mysteries of the flashback is Emu using the ability, that feels like overusing it. You know.
Gotcha.
On paper,
Yeah.
I guess we'll see how it plays out. But
I also forgot to point out. I just now realizing this is right before Saturn is asked by Emu. Saturn is thinking back to Kuma saying, "I want to save as many of these people as possible."
yeah, God,
So,
seeing the Kuma stuff again through this and like, because now you get like all these people he's saving, and you've properly seen the hell that they were going through. And when Kuma gets to the church with Guinea, he's like, I only saved like 500 people or whatever, and he's like really upset about it. What a guy.
People were dogging, I think, earlier, like how they weren't able to see as much as the God Valley as they wanted to, but I think it was a great choice by Oda to keep it as minimal as possible from that perspective in the original run.
One Piece fans are very impatient. Just let the story happen. Let it happen. No need to scream about the internet every once in a while. You should get a group of 3 friends and scream about it every couple of months. That's way healthier.
This is the preferred way to do it.
I would agree. It gives us time to not be like, Bonnie has Gear 5 now? The story is ruined.
Oh my god, I forgot. I honestly already forgot about that.
Who cares? Move on. Alright, cool. That's it for now. We will catch y'all. If the flashback is really long, like another 7 to 10, we'll catch y'all at the next, like at the end of the flashback. If not, the flashback will end, and then we'll do some stuff in the story, and then we'll probably come back and talk about it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.